It's 4 p.m. We are passing the new round in undefeated brackets called Masters Intermediates. Players who are still undefeated can get their seats and matches can start right away. We have one last round before the dinner break. That means you need to second chance starting at 5 p.m. Next round of second chance starts at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, we are getting registrations for doubles, which is scheduled to start this evening at 9 p.m. and Super Jackpot scheduled for tomorrow. In doubles, so far we have registered 25 teams, so we can say we have closed the queue. We are looking for 7 more teams. Making doubles,
So
starting
yeah,
time at 9 p.m.
so this is just to make sure that the microphones are working and the
Yeah.
are connected. So if those are moving, then we're good. But we are live. I'll have my phone out with YouTube so we can have commentary.
It's Pierre. How do you pronounce that?
Pierre Svara
You're right.
from Monaco, and
Who I lost to last night.
yeah, and I imagine Stefan Paliwoda, who you probably know better than I do.
Yeah.
Want to clip that to your collar?
You want to test anything?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is the first commentated match of the day. We got Pierre Svara from Monaco against Stefan Paliwoda from the UK. As you can see, I'm with the legend of British backgammon, Chris Bray. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I have the additional pleasure of having lost to Pierre last night in the main. And I know Stefan reasonably well as well.
So you're not going to be biased at all?
I'm not going to be biased at all, no.
All right, can you tell the viewers something about yourself?
So, okay, I've been around backgammon for many, many years. I'm currently the columnist for the Times newspaper in London. I've published 9 books. The 10th has been in production for over 2 years now, so I'm not quite sure it's going to get there. And this is just a fabulous place to come and play backgammon.
Indeed. This is not your first year here, is it?
No, it's my first year here, but
okay.
I came to Nice a lot when I was working for a living.
Fantastic.
Instead of playing backgammon. So I knew the area reasonably well, but I've never been to Beaulieu before, so that's great.
One coffee.
Thank you. You're lying.
I know you'd asked for an espresso.
Yeah. Okay, the guys are up and ready.
Looks like we're ready to go. Don't forget, you can follow the tournament's Facebook channel to get the brackets regularly updated by Arda and the team. So, all right, here we go.
Okay, opening 6-4, played pretty standard at 0-0. This is good. That looks like a double 4.
It certainly does.
So this is going to be
certainly hit there.
Yeah.
I like that. And then
13-9 twice.
Yeah, you could be a bit more aggressive. I don't think you need to leave the shots.
1-4, enter and hit.
I'm enjoying these. I like the early exchanges of shots. It generally leads to a bit more interesting games.
So anchor time. So high anchor versus low anchor at the moment. But it could be high anchor versus high anchor in a minute, which it's going to be 6-3. So he'll make the bar point and then think about the 3. So it's going to be a close race. So he can slot like this, 6-3, or play 9-6. Do you get enough advantage from the slot?
Not sure.
No.
Okay, the hit. Yeah, I think you're always going to hit, even.
And it's just going to keep going.
Yeah, there's nothing else really to play.
Yeah.
I don't think moving to the 20 gives you enough.
No.
I don't think there's a little bit of no duplication really. All right, 6-5.
Okay, so at the moment I'm going to keep the goalkeeper. I do not want to play 24-18. It gives red an easy ride home. I'll just be playing. He is going to play that. I would have played 20-14 because red is a long way ahead, and if he can connect those 2 rear checkers, it'll have like this 5-1.
Okay. That's a pretty nice roll.
Yeah, well it is. And now black has no threat because he didn't keep the checker back on the 24 point.
Yeah, and now I think the blood on the 20 point is a liability. So just bringing it to the midpoint seems pretty reasonable. We have Johnny Hirondell in the chat who's bemoaning the lack of automatic subtitles. We have a lot of French viewers.
Okay. My apologies, my French. You really wouldn't want to listen to my commentary in French.
No, it's good. It's good. We're modern. We're modern. All right, making the 3 point. Sure, you might get a hit.
Okay. At some point, Red should just do a quick check on the count, so he's got some idea what his plan is.
This is a
so this is a
beautiful
fantastic roll. Now, certainly after this roll, he needs to stop and think.
Yeah, well, stop and count rather.
Yeah. Sorry, stop and count would be a right. They're playing pretty. He played pretty quickly against me last night, so now we pause and we get 96, 75, 99. Looks like 129 for Red if he moves his finger. 129 plays 80, 90, 96. Can that be right? That doesn't look right. 52, 68, 80, 90, 96. Yeah, okay. So,
what's the race looking like? I haven't been counting. It sounds it takes it pretty quickly.
No, it's 54. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think the take is.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was slow on my arithmetic. It's one of the reasons I play backgammon is I can count quickly. So this is just going to be. Yeah, this is fine.
No. So I'm curious to see how it's going to happen. Every time I play Svara relatively regularly, and it's always a headache. It's always complicated matches. I'm not sure why. I think it's a slightly aggressive game plan, so you get lots of hits.
Okay, so now I can do the count properly this time. It's going to come to there. That's 20, 281, 97, 109. 125 for black. Doesn't look 110 for red, so running is not the right idea. You've got to hold the position. You make the 4 point.
4 point seems pretty solid. You got plenty of time to bring checkers down from the mid.
Yeah.
Your timing's fine.
You can do this and play. You can muck about with the other one, but it doesn't really matter very much.
Yeah, it might be slightly more flexible going into the 5, but I don't think.
So red would like a 5-4.
3-1 is not too bad. It makes a useful point, decent racing efficiency. Any double except double 1, double 6 for red is precious. All right.
Is that 5-1?
1-5. I don't think you need to clear
no,
the
you
6.
don't. You play 8-2, so you've got 2 landing points for the checkers on the midpoint.
Yeah. You keep that valuable 5-4.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems pretty good. You don't care about leaving blocks because you're not going for a shot. 6-4.
Swap the 2 point and do something with the 6. Probably this.
Yeah.
Next time he's going to give up.
You wouldn't bring 2 down?
No, not yet. This makes red 6-1. Oh no, 6-1's okay. Right, 3-2. Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
Now he's going to release the midpoint probably.
Yeah, even 6-1 actually plays really well here.
5-4.
Yeah, it's pretty natural. There's no gain in leaving a shot. So what level would you consider Stefan to play at?
We were discussing this last night. He's been playing an awful lot against XG, and he's been getting his average PR down to about 5. So he's a pretty good player.
So solid,
very
player.
solid.
Okay, I'd say he's probably got the kind of technical edge over Pierre.
He does an awful lot of study in terms of books and so on. So.
Yeah, Pierre's made quite a lot of progress over the past couple of years as well. He's taking classes with Raphael Rosalba, as you probably know, very strong Auvergnat player. And he's gone down from an average of about 8 to an average of about 6 in the past couple of years. So he works hard at it.
Fairly well matched. Okay, so red's a big favourite other than rolling 6-1, obviously.
For sure.
6-3's okay.
All right.
So he's going to be winning this position.
So unless he rolls
80-something percent. So
he wants to double 6 immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks like, I don't know,
Yeah.
give him, it's got to be in the high 80%.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to be probably 11 away, 13 away. Think there'll be much adjustment for this score?
No.
No?
No, not yet.
Possibly with bigger
It's
cubes.
interesting with a huge cube. Obviously, it gets more interesting. If it's just normal backgammon, it's virtually the same as money play.
Okay.
Okay, 4 and 2. Yeah.
4-2 comes off.
Yeah, it needs a set of boxes or fives to make it interesting.
6-5. This is a nice roll, but it's not going to be enough. Unless Stefan is obliging and rolls a lot of 2-1s.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we've all been there.
Oh, nearly. Top dice.
Our double four would have been pleasant.
5-2, that's okay. The game will meander to a conclusion unless there's a big set very shortly. 6-5, that keeps his hopes alive.
Keeping a little bit of tension and suspense in the game, so I approve. Stefan is digging holes in his board. Pierre is going to need to put his foot on the accelerator here and dig out some boxes.
Yeah, so this is going to, it needs a set sort of nowish.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit ropey. There are some bad ones. 6-3 is not a bad one.
So you play 6-3, probably
Then
4 off.
Yeah, otherwise you're stacking on the ace.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters that much.
Pretty much everything works anyway. So
yeah, 6-1. It would take a miracle here.
It can be done.
A big double is
2 big doubles.
Well, it depends what he rolls. 2-4.
4-2.
All right, no,
Yes,
all right.
End of game.
Indeed.
All right.
All right, 2-0 to the Brit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sorry guys at home.
Yeah.
I was quite curious commentating in English.
Yeah? Okay. You normally do it
it.
in French, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, well, right. My foreign language capability is nowhere near my backgammon capability.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. I've discovered a lot of French players who actually speak good English.
Yeah.
I never knew. I always speak to them in French. So, oh, okay. Been speaking French all this time like an idiot. Okay.
Right. Oh, there's the score. 2-0. We have a scoreboard. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen.
Well, you can see a bit of it. 3-5.
No excitement.
Yeah.
Until 1975, by the way, that was not played like that.
Well, they brought 2 down.
They brought 2 down.
Nobody slotted the 5.
Nobody slotted the 5, but a guy called Jason Lester in New York in 1975 suddenly decided that making the 3-point looked better, and everyone noticed he got better results. So within 2 years, everyone just made the 3-point.
Yeah.
And obviously, our little friend XG will tell you that 2 down is a pretty bad error.
Oh, this is interesting. I'd like to come down to the 9 there, than the slot in the 5. It's quite a blitzy position now for Pierre.
The other die, 6-4.
6-4. 6-4.
6-4, 6-5.
6-4. I think you're probably just making it on his head, and you're quite happy with that.
Yeah.
You're happy as long as it doesn't roll a 5.
So if Red rolls a 5, he has a high anchor versus a high anchor.
Ace-2 is a poor
so good. Now you keep the goalkeeper and play 6-4.
Yeah, you don't really want to bring it.
13-11 just gives Black another number.
Yeah.
Although you don't like the stack. I don't like this play.
No, seems I don't like bringing it under that much fire. It gives really nice 5s. 4-5. That's got a point on head, I think.
Yeah. So now he would have had difficult. Well, it would have been an awkward play. It's much easier this way.
Yeah,
because he has the
Yeah.
bar point anchor. He doesn't. If he gets hit, it's not the end of the world.
It might have been worth considering just hitting loose from the midpoint there, and not leaving those 2 blots on the 7 and 8. I didn't. He played that very quickly. All right, 4-3. All right, comes in and hits.
So again, Black's in no real danger having been hit because he's got the anchor. 5 and 4 is going to come in and hit.
Yeah, I think that seems pretty clear.
And Black has a better board, so in theory, he should be happy with an exchange of hits.
Okay, 3-3 is a weak return.
Right, so now we've got 2s, 3s, 4s.
I like this cube, especially trailing.
The question is not the cube, the question is the take.
The
So
take,
you've got
I'm
2,
not.
6, 8, 10 checkers in the zone. You're ahead in the race. You're ahead in the threat. You're ahead in position. So
I'm not
if
comfortable
it's a
taking
take,
this cube.
it's very skinny.
Yeah, I think I'd be.
You also have to look at the position on the other side of the board. If you take the 2 red checkers from the 3 point and put them back on the 5 point, then maybe you can squeeze a take out of this.
Yeah. So I think the cube is excellent. I love the parts.
I'm passing.
I think I'd pass as well. This is not a game I want to be playing as red. Like, best case scenario, you make the bar point and you're in a slightly
There
worse.
you go. That's a good British take. Solid stuff. Now he's going to hit again.
No,
he isn't.
Oh, that is
rubbish.
an awful roll. Coming
now,
out, yeah.
Now you do this in case he comes up. Ace point.
Yeah, duplicating 4s, I like that. 3-5. All right, he doesn't anchor. And the 3
is ugly.
I think you have to go to the 3 point here. I don't think you want to.
Oh,
actually, I didn't see you
this
come
is
out.
better.
For sure. Yeah. I didn't see that. That makes a lot more sense.
2, 3s, 5s, 8s, and 10s to hit.
Yeah, which is it's easy. Probably 50-50 chance to hit. 6, 7.
6. This is a do nothing horrible roll.
Yeah, this is. I think Nick Glazer calls it an air ball.
Yeah.
No, he dug deep and he found the one bad roll in this position.
So you're going to cross the 6,
and
then you're going to think about the 1.
And then,
this is probably right.
Yeah, well, you don't want to slot and offer up another checker. 6-5 hits and probably just comes around with the same checker, or then any duplication. No, you can duplicate 4s with that one, which I quite like.
Yeah.
Five. 1 is. I think I like coming in on the ace point here.
It's the race.
But I don't see a good 5 apart from slotting the ace.
Yeah, you can play 6 to 1. Yeah. So that was the move that came to my mind. Now, whether it's correct or not.
You're giving quite a lot of nice 6s though, which makes me quite sad.
6-5.
This is not one of those nice 6s. This is an awful 6 actually. What do you do here?
I hit and think about the 4. So you're leaving a double shot. Whatever you do, there's a blot in black's board, which has got to be pretty relevant.
Could it be
you
worse?
could pick and pass.
Yeah, just head to the ace. So at least if you're hit back, it's not that bad. Duplicating aces, which you make with 5, seems reasonable. 4, you could bring it down and stack the heavy 13 point, but Pierre's got a board that's not bad. You don't love playing with that many blots.
He's going to hit with the 6. It's only a question of the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he could obviously.
Is there any other 6?
You could play 16 to 10. 16 to 6 and leave 1 blot.
With a double shot.
With a double shot, but with a blot in black's board.
No, I think the tempo is.
When in doubt, hit.
Yeah. I think the default should be hitting, and you got to find a reason not to do it. I like that he took his time over the decision.
2 and 6. Which is pretty rubbish.
Comes down or slots the ace?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not worth leaving the double shot, even if there's a blot on the ace.
4 and 3. That was ugly as well. They're not doing well. 3.
No,
now you're going to just come down with a 4.
It's not quite a double shot. It's 2s and 7s. Guys, this is a painful game for both of them by the looks of it. Double 1.
Double 1. Yuck.
All right, at least he makes his board and slots the 4.
Slots the 4.
I don't think he can really move any others. No need to save a 6.
Right, so whenever you own the cube, you've got to be thinking about the recube, but not.
Yeah, I think we're still a little away from that.
Yeah.
Maybe at least cover the blood on the ace before that. But that goalkeeper can be a liability as soon as he gets enough men in the zone.
So black will probably give up the midpoint now unless he happens to...
double 6.
Forced to play well, as we say.
Well, one of them is a little unfortunate. That'll equalize the race, and I'll probably keep the cube at bay. What have we got? What do you call it? Cocked dice.
Cocked dice, yeah.
No, in French, call the dice broken. Doesn't work quite as well. Here, you just cover the ace.
Yeah.
So
now you're ready to attack if you get the opportunity, and there will be some bad 6s for black here.
Yeah, for sure. This is not
That
one of
was one,
them.
not one of them.
I like just running
Time
off
to
from
go.
from there. After a while, the goalkeeper is not really saving many goals.
So, is he going to pause and do a count? No, he is not. I mean,
Double
it won't be.
one is a
Ooh, 1,
beautiful
2,
roll.
3, 4.
Duplicate 4, so double 4 is the super
Yeah.
joker.
3, 6 is
6-3.
not. Now it's sinking time.
Yeah, now this is
37, 55, 71, 83, 93.
I-
It's 101 for red, 45 and 36, 91 for black. So red is behind 10 pips, but has a much more powerful position.
for sure. I don't like taking this cube. Yeah.
Ooh, and that was a very quick pass.
Yeah, this is not a position that Pierre enjoyed.
No, but
What do you think? Would you have taken that cube?
I would have thought about it a lot longer. So Moshi's rule is that whenever you're being double or doubling, you take a minimum of 12 seconds to think about it, because it's remarkable how much thinking you can do in 12 seconds. Now, if you'd already made the decision because he was thinking in Stefan's time, fine, but I think that was pretty close to a take, because it was a 10-pip race. He's got 2 entry points. He's got a 5-point board. So I suspect it was a take, but unfortunately, the position has now gone.
Yeah, I think I find it's too easy to make these take decisions just on essentially
The right.
on a split second
Yeah.
decision. You're going to just your gut feeling, and your gut feeling is unfortunately not always correct.
Yeah.
I have a friend in our club. He says that you should take the 12-second delay for every decision, every checker decision, cube decision.
Yeah.
I think it's a difficult habit to get into.
Yes, but you have to play backgammon well. You have to concentrate for hours, or sorry, you have to concentrate on a continual basis. So it's not like playing poker where you're throwing in dead hands, hand after hand. And here, backgammon, there's always a decision to be made.
Yeah. One thing we should point out to the viewers who won't be aware of this is that Stefan he literally had a 5 or 10 minute break from a 3-hour match that he just played in the previous round, so he's probably not at his freshest.
But in fairness, Stefan, yeah, that's right.
Pierre's been hanging around, just
waiting.
having coffee, enjoying himself for at least an hour and a half.
Right, so he's missed, so he just slot. So slot cover, get a shot, win the game.
If only backgammon was quite so easy.
Yeah, I know. Now he's going to. So double 6 is very clear, because now it reduces the number of return shots, and he's only interested in safety.
Yeah, and it's quite nice just getting rid of that goalkeeper. If you can come in on the 5, Stefan will be very happy.
Good number, 4-6.
Oh, beautiful! If you can avoid being hit.
So now it could be fun.
And no cube here. At a trailing score, you might think about it. Oh, the double 5.
Time to have a little think.
Oh, wow!
Apparently not.
I would have at least thought about that.
I noticed when I was playing him last night, he made his decisions really quick. So something he needs to learn is there's plenty of time around to play.
Yeah, I don't like this.
What's this?
Making the 8th point. I think I might have made the 5-point, or the 3-point rather.
Yeah.
This seems a little bit passive.
3. What's that? 4.
4-3.
You're gonna hit.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, the boards are equal.
Yeah. But to hit, you're going to be breaking your 8-point and leaving a ton of blots.
Yeah.
It's not something you love doing when you're leading in the score.
Well, again, do the race, think about coming out, but basically, you're going to be, if you come out with a 3, you're going to be hit with only 1, 6, 7.
This is very weak.
This is not the right idea. Yeah.
All right, 6-4. He doesn't. Oh, he can hit on the 4. Can he do anything interesting? Make the 14.
You're gonna hit.
Or maybe even bring one down. Actually, just hit from 14 to 4.
14 to 4 has got to be right. You can do this.
We'll
allow this. We'll allow this.
Yeah. I quite like just having more in the zone. 2-3.
3-1.
2-3.
Oh, 2-3. Sorry. And
it hits.
Right. Now it's going to get interesting.
I think about the cube. I don't think I'd send it, but it's worth a thought. That double 2 would have been crushing. All right, 3-5. He doesn't really do anything.
Now you think about whether you're going to play 6-3 or not.
I don't see anything else.
Well, you're not playing 4-1 because there are people watching. So based on that, you've got to play 6-3, right?
Yeah, you got to play the beautiful
Yeah, you've
game.
got to play proper backgammon.
And then you wait for the joker. Oh, the double five. Now you got now the cube.
Now thinking time. Thinking time,
no,
please.
stop.
Think.
All right,
Stop.
all right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. No, he's rolling. Okay, he did think. I think you make the 2 point here.
Yeah. The problem is with not cubing positions like that is if he makes a 2 point and Stefan stays out again, he'll have lost his market by a long way.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Stefan seems to be taking quite deep here. The one
there
is
you go.
poor. I think you gotta hide it.
Oh, this is so ugly.
Yeah, you hate doing
Yeah,
it.
no.
But what else are you gonna do?
No, you're not.
All right, well,
5. Okay.
5 is not ideal, but at least you make the anchor and then just move up. Yeah, you have
The
4.
problem for Stefan from this position is he's got 4 checkers stepped on the midpoint. He's got 4 checkers stepped on the 3 point, so they're dead, basically.
This 5-6 is
That's not good either.
no.
Well, I'd come on down with a 5 and then think about the 6. Right?
I think the slot might. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the slot. I like keeping a third one on the midpoint there, just in case.
No, I was thinking of coming out with the 6.
All right, double 6. Does that hit anywhere? I don't think so.
No. So he's gonna. So if you come out and come down.
Yeah, making the 7 seems reasonable. But do you want to stack him on the 14 point? I think the race is probably getting much closer now.
Well, the other question is he could play 22 8 twice. Now, what's the race as the key in this position?
Well, if you did 20 to 8 twice, you'd be leaving a direct shot on the 7.
73. Yeah, I know, but it might still be right. 22, 60, 27, 29. 105 for red. 56, 77, 89, 99. Oh, it's dead level. 105, 105. Right.
Yeah.
So
with a little bit more contact for black.
Now, if you do this, right? Yeah, I think with the race being equal, I prefer this play because unless red rolls a 6, there are a lot of fun. Even something like 5-3 is horrible.
Even 4-3
is all right.
It's not great. I think it's still. I might cube here.
Well, again, you've got to think about it.
Yeah.
You've really got to think about it. 6-1's
dreadful. 6-1 is weak.
Now, this may be one of the few occasions when you give up the anchor because it duplicates ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it triplicates ones, in fact. I do not like. No, you can't do this. No.
And you're completely disconnected.
Now you're letting your opponent out for nothing.
Yeah. And he does it.
And 4-1, which is a roll which would not have escaped.
So all that works is double 6, 6-5, and now you're going to run anyway. You can't bury 2 more. I just run all the way. Now you're duplicating aces again.
Yeah.
You should have done that the time before. He would have still been back there. Is Stefan thinking of a cube here? This cannot be a cube.
No, it can't be a cube.
He's looking at it. He's considering it. He's covering his face. He's counting it. I think he might be misled if he counts the race.
93 for
with the 4 checkers on the 3 point, a little bit of wastage on the ace. I think he'll probably have a decent, an okay race, but I don't like the
red is 6 pips behind. He's got a shot.
I don't see the market losers here.
What do we got?
Oh, that's quite a nice roll. You hit and cover. I think that's quite passive.
Yeah.
To 5, he would have regretted it.
Yeah.
But now.
5-2. Now
is there any value in keeping the block back there?
It's an equal race, and it's a hindrance. Red's got a very poor structure, so I think giving him a direct shot is probably wrong here. So.
Okay.
He's still doing the race.
Yeah. I can't. How are we doing with the clock? There's a bit of glare on the clock, so it looks like he's
84. So red is 1 pip behind at the moment, but that's not really a true count because of the 4 checkers on the. That should be interesting. How are you going to play this one? So we can come 2 down and get the crossovers and block 4s.
I think I do that. I don't see
Yeah,
much better.
No, because if you play to block 6s, then where are the other 2? Yeah, you can make it 2-point actually.
2-3. Do you run out there? You're behind
Yeah,
the
but
race.
basically all you're doing, it doesn't really hinder that much. When you've got a single checker, it's a liability really more than it is an asset. So if he comes out, the race is going to be pretty level, and he's got the better structure.
Yeah, so it looks like he's abandoning that. So is it?
Yeah, well,
flooding.
again,
I think I might have brought one in.
It will slow red down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he picked up the dice? Or hit the clock?
Yeah, the clock is gone, and we are looking at I think another cube decision.
But now red gets pick and passes. Yeah?
5-1 is not the best, but at least it covers the flaw.
The race is now black should go because, in essence, there are lots of pick and passes. So I think he will go. There you go. Yeah. 5-1.
I don't think you can afford to dump a checker to the 2-point here. You need to be as efficient as possible.
Slot.
That's quite a nice roll, actually. I like that. So 3 crossovers. Double 1 is weak, but it does at least get 2 crossovers.
Yeah, when I played Stefan last night, he doesn't count that well, I don't think, because he took a cube and he was 18 pips behind, thinking it was 8 pips behind. Right. So I don't know how good his counting skills are.
Oh, all right. I think this is the end of the game.
Was that double 6?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that's the end.
Unless Pierre can roll the same. 1-2 is the opposite. Yeah. And this is
to quote Paul McGreal, here comes QB. Yeah. So it's 5 now?
5-0.
5-0, well done.
8 away, 13 away.
There were a lot of questionable plays in that game, and you've got a lot of time. 2 minutes per point is an awfully long time to think about in backgammon. And if you end up finishing a match and losing and you've still got half your time left, you've really gone wrong somewhere. Most of the time.
Yeah, unless it's one of the one game match.
Yeah.
And you're unlikely to use 26 minutes on that. There we have Yves Onguenot from Toulouse in the chat. Hi, Yves.
Bon après-midi. I have at least 6 words of French.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get a chance to use them all.
Okay.
Double hit with a 6-5 is fairly standard. Yeah. Double 3 is a nice return. Do you make the 3 or the 5?
I make the 5 because my opponent's got a blot on his ace point. If he didn't have a blot on his ace point, I would make the 3-point. This is now, and this is good. Okay.
All right.
So now we're going to get probably a fairly equal position.
Yeah, I find
this is a good roll.
It is.
Make the 8, make the 4, bring 1 down.
Yeah.
Or.
Oh no, it's 3-2. 3-2.
Oh, 3-2. Sorry.
3-2. That's good.
Yeah. In that case, this is definitely correct.
Yeah, I find these when both players have the 22-point anchor made in a mutual holding game, you get some quite difficult decisions. The decision to come off the anchor becomes a lot more acute. Yeah. When you're that far back.
So Mishi has named the 3-point anchor the butterfly anchor. And it's called that because it doesn't live very long. Okay. So, and equally well, this sort of game is very non-volatile. So the 3-point anchor.
Oh, for sure. We're not going to see a cube for a little while, especially from Stefan. Is there a nickname in English for the 18-point anchor? Because I know
just the bar point.
Some of the old
there's no special name for it.
Some of the old guard in France call it the pressure cooker.
Okay, all right.
Actually, I like it. This good anchor does the job.
So now he'd like to make the 9-point.
3-1.
3-1. Well, this is easy. Down and
distribute. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a decent structure. It's a little bit stripped. Yeah. In fact, he's completely stripped in the outfield. One of those points can go, but at least the 10 is going to be pretty easy to clear.
Was that double 4? Okay.
It was double 4. So, it looks like Stefan's rolling smoothly this time. I think running out is fine. You could make the 9 and block his escape, but I think his race is pretty good. 6-5 is rough.
Black's 145. That's red's 140. Right, where are we? Who's got 6-5?
This is for Pierre.
All right. So now I think you're gonna slot 2 points.
Yeah, it seems
You're
reasonable.
not giving up. So the rule is you don't give up midpoint unless you have to in a holding game.
So unless you've made the 18.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable. Do you do a running count or you just?
No. Well, what I do is when the race becomes important, I take a count and then I keep a running count. Yeah. But I'm fairly quick at doing arithmetic. But I was commenting on the Cyprus final one year, and I had Jürgen Granstedt, triple word champion, co-commentating with me, and we got a position a bit like this. And I said, "Look, I'll do black, you do red, Jürgen." And he said, "Don't worry, Chris, it's 131, 116." And I said, "How do you do that quickly? Because I'm pretty quick." And he said, "I have no idea. The numbers come in my mind. I know what the answer is." Yeah. So he's played so much backgammon. He's got the right sort of mind. It was great. As an object. Hello.
What?
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Another Instacube.
Oh no, it was no.
You thought about the cube.
He thought about the cube, and I think Pierre was probably thinking about the take during that.
Is that?
But I didn't like that cube at all. I think it's 6-4 is for Pierre. Okay. Yeah. You can make his board. He goes. It's going a little bit quickly. He doesn't really want to give up the quite mild contact he's got with the.
So red has what's known as a broken 5', which is very strong. What's that? 5-2.
All right, he makes the ace point.
Yeah,
you can attack
because now black is stripped, so something's got to give.
I think. Oh, do you run here?
Oh, now we do have to do arithmetic, don't we? 44, 70, 88, 103, 118 for black. 105. So.
All right, he leaves the blow. Leaves
so red was 13 pips ahead, I think. So it's correct to stay.
But that double 2 is vicious.
The problem is, 1, 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough. It vindicates the
so
double a little bit.
4-5 justifies his take. 4-3. Oh, sorry, he's on the bar. Nothing justified the take in that case. Right, so now do you need to keep 6? No, you don't. So you bring it in.
The only 6 that plays is 4-6 here. Unless he does something silly with his 9 point.
2 and 1. So you don't leave anything. So the rule is when your opponent's got 5-point board, you do not. Oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
It needs a 4 and a 7.
Yeah. Now you got to come out with a 4.
Yeah, and then slot the ace, I think.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's gone back again. You can't play 6-2, 3-1 because there are people watching.
No.
So now his board is going to crash unless he rolls a good number next time.
Oh, double 6. That is that's going a bit too fast, I think.
Yeah.
For,
so that was lucky for Pierre because now he may escape a checker with a 4 or 5 and not be punished for his previous play.
All right, he's got to come out with a 4 and he can make his board.
Yeah.
But
please don't make it. Don't play 6-1. You can't do this because now, if you get a shot and hit, you're not guaranteed to win.
Come on.
Yeah.
He'll live
and now, even worse, if he doesn't roll a 4 or 5 this time. 5. Oh, double 5. What do we know? Okay. 1, 2. Well, coming out and racing doesn't look like a plan.
I think. Oh, I hate putting another one deep in there. But
he's going to because the
board is too strong.
6-1, 6-2 next time. Yeah. Double 6 is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of little pick and pass numbers.
Yeah.
That's ugly.
It is ugly. Double 2. Just rip it. Oh,
plays nice and clean.
Yeah.
I don't rate Pierre's chances in this game.
So red is going to be in the 80+%.
No, it comes out. That's.
Did he have to come out with a 5-1? He probably did.
Yeah. All right. You can stay in there for a bit. I don't think there are any shot levers here, so you're just going to come down.
2. Okay.
But there are some beautiful rolls. Double 2, double ace. 5-3 is not really one of them.
No, 5 off 6. Oh, I can't do that. All right, so 5 off 5-2.
I think the hit would be a little bit.
Just a little bit rich for. Right. So, unless I'm going blind, this is a forced play. Oh, you can do this one. Sorry.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah.
you're not odd on the.
Yeah,
on
now
the
you're not
outside.
odd. And
All right, to 5.
5.
He makes his board and then
Yeah,
breaks
and then
it
he's
again.
going to owe us a 2. Oh no, he's not. He's going to play 64.
Okay.
Right. So now 6-3 is bad. Double 6, double 5.
6-4 is
6-4 is fine.
fine.
And now he's forced with any 6 and
You
quite
just
a lot
don't want to roll a
of 5s.
6.
You
5-1
can
is
stay
okay.
for 1.
So a few short levers now.
Yeah.
All doubles over double 1, double 2. 6-1 is a very nice roll.
Yeah. So now he's forced on 5s and 6s.
I think he'll probably come off anyway.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to be
It's going to be 7-0, barring a miracle.
I did not enjoy a lot of Pierre's plays there.
No.
I don't think. This is uncharacteristic of him. I think.
Maybe the pressure is getting to him.
Yeah. Well, it's also been a lot of backgammon over the past couple of days. Like finishing late. I don't know what time he would have concluded last night, but quite possibly around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we played until nearly 1 o'clock last night. Oh, he's conceded, so it's now 7-0.
I don't think
you should take a break, really. And again, you have to use your time efficiently. And, when everything's going wrong, take a break, change the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
Plenty of time.
All right, I'm going to follow their example. I'm going to take a quick break. Would you like a cup of coffee or something?
I'll have another espresso.
Sure, I'll get that for you.
Thank you. Sorry, I should be awake for hours.
Please keep.
I'll try and keep everyone amused.
Entertained.
Yeah.
With some anecdotes.
Yeah. Okay, so Pierre has taken a break. So, yeah. So they're probably on a 5-minute break at the moment. I'll take a 2-minute break. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Oh. So, for those of you who've never been to Beaulieu-sur-Mer, it's a beautiful place. Absolutely worth coming to visit. Attendance here is about the same as last year, I think. But there's a very large British contingent who've come, and I think all of us are going to be coming again next year. So, put the tournament in the calendar and give it a visit. So now, what do you do when you're 7-0 down? Okay, so now the score is skewed. So black should be doubling earlier than possible, earlier than usual. He should be playing for complex positions because he wants to play prime against prime, blitzes. What he doesn't want to play is holding games because he wants to win 4 points when he wins a game rather than 2. That means you probably change the opening rolls for some of them. So if you roll 4-1 as black in the next game, I would be slotting the 5-point and not splitting at the back because you want to promote complexity. That's precisely what you should do, and you need to be able to put pressure on your opponent. Now, learning, one of the reasons I've stopped really playing money backgammon, except very occasionally, is I love the complexity of match play backgammon because money backgammon is much easier to play in comparison to playing match play. When I was young, I used to play a lot of chouettes, and sometimes you won a lot of money, sometimes you lost a lot of money. But they're one-off games. In a match, you have to have a strategy. You have to understand all the scores, and particularly when you get within 5 points of the end of a match, you have to know exactly what you're supposed to do with the cube at all of those scores, both as the trailer and as the leader. So there are various things. Either you learn through play, but the best way to learn is through being taught and through reading. So structured learning is much better than arbitrary learning just by randomly playing against people. If you're good at reading, it's fine. So something like Kit Woolsey's How to Play Tournament Backgammon is probably in every serious player's library. So highly recommended. Moshi and Mark Olsen's Backgammon Masterclass is certainly worth reading. Bill Roberti's 3 books on the opening, absolutely worth reading. And also Francois Tardier's book, which came out earlier this year, is an exceptionally good book as well. So the backgammon community has been blessed with all of those books in the last year, and now recently published is Dirk Schieman's To Hit or Not to Hit. Dirk is the second super grandmaster in the world, which means he can play to an average PR level of 2.75, which is phenomenal. His new book I rate as probably one of the best books I've ever read. I learned a great deal from reading that, and I'm now on my second reading. If you don't like reading and you play through or you learn through patterns and playing, that's fine. But I do recommend taking lessons as well. It's a shortcut to knowledge.
And do you give such lessons, Chris?
I do give such lessons, yes.
And if, for example, I was interested in taking lessons, how would I get lessons with Chris Bray?
You do it through Zoom and online. I do all my teaching. I switched to online during COVID, right? So unless you live around the corner from me, from a time and efficiency point of view, and also because we use XG to do a lot of the teaching, it's just so much more efficient to do it that way.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally I'll do corporate events and lectures. That's fine. That's physical. That's face to face.
We have
Stefan's back. We got one player, so he should win easily.
And do you have a website, Facebook
I have
page?
So I have a website, www.chrisbraybackgammon.com. So that's got a wealth of material, plus I post a problem every Monday to Friday with the solution coming the next day.
And let me just put that in the chat for any of our...
Sure. We're back up and running, by the way, or we're about to be.
Chris Bray Backgammon, all attached?
all one word, yeah. So it's on holiday for 2 weeks, by the way, whilst I'm here. So it will resume on Monday the 24th.
Is it .com?
.com. Yeah.
Okay, that's in the chat for anyone looking to upgrade their backgammon.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend Chris's
And you
lessons.
can buy my books there. That's just a special offer, one day only.
Fantastic, and we are back. What's happening, Chris?
So red's escaped one checker, black's got a slightly better position, so this is pretty even.
Okay, 3-4. I think you're hitting.
You're gonna, the trouble is that if you play passively,
Do you do double hit here?
Well, it's a good, interesting point. But once your opponent's made a point, you normally hit twice, actually, to protect the blot. Because if you play 8-4, 13-10, any hit back is good. Whereas if you take your opponent's whole roller, which I think you do here.
Yeah, when he doesn't have a
play
board.
13-6 won't be bad here, right? Yeah.
Okay,
the trouble is that it gives black his whole roll.
It's a little bit passive.
Yeah.
You want to, like Michi says, you want to fight for the good
So
point.
here, if he'd hit twice, he'd be in with one, and the other one would still be on the bar. Now, here he's probably going to be running away. Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I like this play.
That's a nice place. You don't really want to restack your mid
Red's
line.
got a horrible structure, but she's just done something with.
Okay, fine. I think at 7-0, Stefan's going to be a little bit more conservative. We're not going to see that many blitzing cubes. Okay, 6-5.
He's going to run away.
I think we have identified Pierre's game plan here.
Yeah. So now Stefan needs a big number, or at least something useful. This is all right. Now you stop and count and you think.
Yes. Or not.
Or
not. I think you make the 5 point rather than the 7 here.
Yeah. 5 point.
It's just a better point, and your structure after making the 7
so
point.
So when you're losing 7-0, you do not want to lose your market.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So now his position is a lot better than it was before the roll, provided he doesn't roll double 3 or 6-3.
Double 4.
Double 4 will stop any cube briefly. Now you're going to make 2 points to protect the blot on the other side of the board.
Yeah, hitting loose here is much less appealing now.
Yeah. So
I haven't checked the race, but it seems I don't know. With the double 4, it's going to equalize it quite a lot. I think making the 9 here is pretty standard.
The trouble is that owning the 9 and owning the 3 is not good because they can't be about the same prime. But equally well, you have to play for safety in this position because your opponent's got a 4 point board.
Yeah.
So that's 2-1.
You do not spit on indirect shots. Is a quotation I enjoy. Okay, that's nice. Building his board, waiting for 6 and anything higher than a 3. Double 3 is a killer.
Here you just make the bar. No, this is pretty dead.
And then you take the point and you move on to the next game.
Unless he rolls 3-6, obviously. Well, 3. You've got to come up with a 3 at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think this
now
is
you
still a
stop.
cube. I'd send it here.
Yeah.
You have all combinations of 2, 3, 4,
So that's
5 are crushing.
108 for black. 61.
Yeah, and then double 6, and then all the small doubles work beautifully.
Yeah. Now the race is within 2 pips.
And he took it.
Well, the race is only 2 pips,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And he's got a perfect board. So now you do this, and you think, am I going to do this?
I think you have to.
And pay off to the 6 numbers that hit back.
Yeah. Well, we got 1, 6, 2, 6,
Yeah.
2, 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Never happened, obviously.
Swap the bar. Yeah.
All right. I don't think there are a huge number of gammons.
So no, there aren't. And
unless
you know,
fish
if that makes a
couple
bar
of
point,
checkers.
then obviously he's. But again, you know, I don't know whether Stefan paused to do the count or not.
2 down here is, I think, I don't see any value in leaving the lot there.
No.
There's just 1, 6.
So 1, 6
is the money
1, 6
here.
for justice.
We have.
Oh, 1. Well, you got to come up.
We have Mrs. Bubbles from Switzerland. Hello, Mrs. Bubbles.
You got to come up with a 1. It puts
Yeah.
pressure on the blot on the 8 point. Right?
Okay.
You're not going to hang back.
Okay.
Because the race is still close.
Yeah. Like you're not that worried about.
Okay, if he rolls a 2,
double 4 is
not bad.
is pretty good. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'll say Pierre's gonna be fairly happy with
8 to
that.
4.
Very difficult to go fishing for another checker here unless he comes in immediately with an ace and starts cracking. These positions, even with a 6 prime, I don't enjoy slotting the point in front.
I don't think you do slot it here.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to.
There's nothing to gain and a lot to lose. 1, 2. All right, he comes in and brings 1 down to the 11.
Yeah, so that saves a couple of gammons, the extra 2 pips.
There's some bad 6s.
Yep.
1, 2 is not one of them.
2, 1, you just bring them in, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So you could get very cute here and play 3 to 1, 5 to 4, and then you'd hate yourself in the morning when you get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
24. Especially because Stefan is quite a long way from cracking. I don't like this play.
Now Fred rolls a 1, it's an even money game.
No,
not even, but it's not great.
All right. He cocks a dice.
Most of the time, it's right to hit in these positions, but when your opponent's got a nigh on perfect board in response.
All right. So that answers that question.
Yeah. So this is fine.
What are we looking at in terms of gammons here?
What have we got? So it's 4%. It's probably about 7%, I would guess. Something like that because of the 2 outfield checkers.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with Stefan's very strong board, you can't really do an aggressive bear off.
No. What's this? 5.
So 4, 5 is nice.
Good start.
I don't love the checker on the ace, but I think it's fine. 6,
Ooh,
1 is
now this
rough,
could get ugly.
He'd actually quite like Stefan to come in.
Yeah, no.
Which obligingly
1,
he
2,
does, but a little bit too fast. A little bit fast. I don't like that. I come into the 5.
Yeah, I come into the 5 as well.
He played that very quickly.
Now he's got a crossover that's going to take a checker too deep.
Yeah. I think he could have spent at least another 2 seconds on that move.
We can't actually. Can you see? Yeah, we can see the track. They've got ages of time left.
Yeah.
Right. So now you do this and you come in.
Yeah. Well, your structure is not bad, but I think Pierre is.
But losing. It's not bad, but it's losing.
Yeah, a beautiful losing structure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice, like when you make the Michi Mountain, but there's no one behind it. Okay, and then this is the end of it, and looks like Pierre has finally got something on the board.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Always remember that concave is better than convex of shapes.
Yeah.
Of barrel shapes. Right, here we go. This is going to be...
This is the gin for sure.
Yeah. He's going to take a roll.
No, sure, he's playing for the for the equity decisions. It's fine. Is it mathematically possible? No. All right. Come on. All right.
Well done.
He lets it go.
4-2.
Fantastic.
7-2, sorry. So 7-2. And again, if you play match play backgammon, you've got to know what your winning chances are at any score. You can either do that through a formula, so you can use Neil's numbers. I use the Rick Janowski formula because I can do the sums fairly quickly in my head. If you go back years and years, there was the Underwood formula. There are all sorts of ways of doing this. And obviously you can make a rough judgment anyway, right?
I did learn the Kazaros table on
Yeah.
XG, but I use it so infrequently.
Yeah.
Like I never take the time to calculate take points, except in like very extreme
Yeah.
circumstances. So I just end up forgetting what I've memorized. All right, 4-2. He's already made the 4 points, so the split I think is going to be correct. He's got 9 in the zone, but he's got a better board. I think splitting down beach says it's a classic in backgammon. I don't think the hit is necessary here. 4-2. I like the split.
Boxcar bonus. That's known as. Okay.
I think he's happy with that.
But again, Stefan won't be cubing early in these positions.
No.
Now I come down with just bringing it.
No, you're attacking.
You need to think. You need to think. Stop and think, please.
Right, 2-1. All right, that stops the attack.
So this now is nice because red has a good 6. Yeah? So, now he's going to make the 4 point.
Okay.
Yeah. So red's got precisely the type of positions he wants to score. He's got a high anchor. He's rarely going to be gammoned.
All right, I think here you just switched. Oh no, he's made the point. So
right.
5 point is clear. Step up to the 22 and hide the block.
Yes, I think so. I think it's a bit weak to make the 23 points. So I'd play, and now play 9 to 8.
Yeah. He's got a decent racing lead, so no need to be too Wild West on it. 4-6, just make the bar, right?
Yep.
I don't see anything better. I think hitting on the 3 point is a bit loose.
Overkill.
Although he might be feeling good after that last boxcar bonus. Oh, he's going for it. He's looking at it.
Really?
Nah. He looked at it briefly, and
these broken primes are very powerful.
I hear this a lot, like broken 5 and broken 6 prime. What happened to the whole one?
Yeah, well, okay. If he rolls double 4, he's fine. But, okay, now he's going to run away with 6-5.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice roll. Is there a difference in value depending on where the prime is broken?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Obviously, if it's closer to being it includes the home board, then it's more powerful. But it's one of the things I learned from watching one of Mishi's matches years ago in the UK, and just how powerful it can be. Because he made a play which left 2 blots, but he made the broken prime, right? And everyone think, "Ooh, this is a bit risky," but actually, it was the only valid play in the position. Now, what's happened here?
That was a 3-5, which put him on the bar. It comes in on the 4, and I think it's coming out.
5.
There's nothing better. You might want to get fruity and hit on the ace. We'll see. You've been looking at a lot of attacking plays, which I quite like. Because a lot of players, when they get to a leading score, they tend to play pretty passively.
4 now.
And the ace, I don't think it's worth coming up to 23.
No, because you just hide it. I mean, it's very nice to think about making the 9 point or whatever. Your mission in life is to escape the rear checker.
Yeah.
And you do not want someone joining it.
Yeah, for sure. So now we have lots of good 5s.
Okay, now 1-5, 2-5, particularly 4-5 become good rolls.
All right, 2-4 is...
4's fine. And then you think about the 2, you could be slotting.
I quite like the slot here. You're behind in the race.
Ooh.
It's nice to
no.
I don't like the blitzing play here.
Make a play that can
honestly
improve the position.
That could almost have been... I think that was a cube decision.
Yeah, and that was strange because now the 4-2...
Oh, the 4-2 is beautiful.
It's great, yeah. So that was the wrong game plan.
And if he fans, Pierre might have lost his market. No, I don't think so.
1.
5 and is out.
Out.
So
long as he doesn't hit, I don't mind. No, you do not want to hit.
Oh, now you send.
Now you got to
send
think.
This cube. Send this.
At this score, you cube. This is a cube.
Think of it longer. All right, 2-5 and he hits, and
2 and then
he brings it to the 6 point.
That was a really
weak.
A bad play by Stefan. I'll probably have dinner with him this evening, so we'll
good luck.
Conversation.
Actually.
But again,
he here with so many back, it might actually be worthwhile leaving the ball there.
And the problem is when it works, it's great when you get a well-timed back game, right? But you're not guaranteed to get the well-timed back game.
For sure.
Right? So we went in with the wrong plan. Now this is going to get really messy in a minute.
Yeah.
The cube should absolutely be coming,
right?
Because anything that makes the bar, anything that hits. 3 3.
Pierre,
Yeah.
think of it. Send the cube.
You know,
There are
even,
so many gammons
so
in this
even if he rolls a
position.
1 and makes the ace point anchor,
Oh, he's in
now
and
he's
out.
coming in and out.
Don't bury the checker to the 3.
No, you're not allowed to do that, Stefan. Put that checker back immediately. Put that checker back. Yeah.
Yeah, even coming out to the 18.
No. You must. So now, if you roll something, one of the big doubles.
Cube. His timing is trash.
Yeah, no, he's got a cube.
He's playing it so quickly.
Yep. So now
here, actually, making the 7 point is not that bad.
No, I agree. This is probably all right.
Well, these are tricky positions.
It is, but you. Yeah.
You got to at least know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, you got to be trying to do. Yeah. Now,
a lot of
Red's
rolls.
timing is totally suspect in this. But now you just make the 10 point and make his timing even worse.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Although he does have a nice 6.
Yeah.
Well, some nice 6s. 6.
That cube
4,
should
6, 5, 6,
cube should not be in the center of the board at this score, right?
1-2 is a decent roll.
But now he has to escape a checker next time.
I don't even think this is.
Ooh, this is a mess.
Can he do anything interesting here? I don't think
ugly.
so. I think he's bringing 2 into the 5. He's bringing 1 to the 3, and then pick him.
Yeah. So 10 to 5 twice, definitely. You're pretty much forced.
And maybe slot the bar. Oh, that's hideous. Probably hit on the ace actually if you're doing you're leaving a shot anyway. No need to leave 3. I'm not sure if Stefan would have taken if he'd cubed the roll before.
So by the way, at the score, sorry I did the sums earlier, but basically the score Red is a 75% favourite, 75-25, according to the Janowski formula.
Yeah, especially at relatively similar skill levels.
Herein lies the problem, right? So he's rolled double 2, and he's now going to. So unless he rolls a 3 or a 5 next time, sorry, 3. Well, the 5 he really doesn't want because he might have to run off the 23 point, right?
Well, still no cube, but the 6-4 is pretty bad.
Ooh.
Is there anything you can do? Yeah, you can break the 9 point.
Clean the 9 point.
Yeah. You're certain.
Hello.
Oh no!
I
didn't see that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
right. So now, Red needs a 6 or a 3.
That double 5 is a loser.
Yeah. So this is just double pass.
Yeah. Double 5 looks pretty, but it's very weak.
So please
just
cue this,
kill
Pierre.
it. I'm happy I'm not transcribing this game. I think there's a lot of missed cubes.
Yeah.
I think Pierre will be unhappy with this. Yeah. He's a strong player, I think.
Yeah. But again, he will get. Presumably, someone might transcribe this for him, and he'll be able to look at it. That's how you learn, basically.
For sure. He'll probably transcribe himself.
The reason everyone is so much stronger than they used to be is that every time you play a match, well, certainly I refuse to play another online match before I've analysed the preceding one. That's a personal rule.
Yeah, I think it's a good rule.
And if you go back to the 1980s, 1990s, or before bots anyway, no one knew whether they were making the right play. Nowadays, you have about 98% certainty as to what the correct play is. So that way you learn, right? Yeah. I spent a lot of my youth playing pretty poor backgammon because I was playing 1980s backgammon. So if I roll 6-2, I'd slot the 5 point because everybody else did.
Yeah. I think it is a shame that
He's rolled. Why have you rolled?
That we're relying on technology that's quite old. We have chess with Stockfish and other AI that's coming in huge leaps over the past decade, and we haven't done anything similar.
No, and I've tried to contact Deep9 twice at Google, 3 times. What is he doing? He's playing for a gammon? He's no way near good enough to play for a gammon.
One more roll, he probably will be.
Well, he will be when he rolls 6-4 next time. He's going to hate himself.
6-4 is a rough one.
So now just probably run one away. You could slot the bar because you might just want to keep the third checker on the 4 point if he's going to play this way. I mean, this is okay.
So Deep Blue never go back to you?
Deep Mind. No.
Deep Mind, sorry.
No. I think they've looked at it and decided it's just not worth their time. I mean, you have to remember that backgammon's still a niche sport. So unless you're getting a lot of take-up from something. What is he doing? 6-3. Okay.
He's tempting fate. He's tempting fate. Now he's certainly too good. But oh my god, like the
So
equity
now double
VC's
five.
lost by
One,
not cubing is huge.
2. Just make sure you take 2 more crossovers.
Yeah,
3,
just come in to the
and
5,
down.
or
Yeah.
come down, sure, whichever. Probably still a bit too good. 6. Here's the 6-4
There's
you
a 6-4.
ordered.
One roll 8.
But there's still some bad ones. 6-5, 6-4, 5-4.
Yeah.
Do you cash here just to avoid those bad numbers?
Just, I think it's close. What was that? 6-4.
6-4,
Okay,
leave
now
the
if he rolls
shot.
an ace, you know.
If he rolls an ace, it's probably all over. I don't know how many checkers he's taken off. Looks like 2.
5, 9, 12, 2.
And
he's
rolls
rolled the ace.
of course.
Okay.
Pierre.
So he's just cost himself probably a. It was probably never a take, right?
Not for a long time.
So this is not a double for red, obviously, for a long time. He's only got. Actually, at an even score, this would be a double. Now, now you have to adjust for the score.
Yeah. Well, anytime he rolls a 6,
it's probably still a double.
A double 5
double
hits.
5 hits. Now you think about the other 2.
Probably bring one around.
Yep.
No, you can't cover with a 6 after. You can cover with an 8 or a 9.
I think you play 20 to 10, so double 4 works. You're splitting hairs here.
This is very academic.
Yeah. You certainly come around with 1 in case he rolls 2, 5 or 1, 6.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. So now, is he going to roll a 2 and justify?
No, he'll roll the 1. So
okay.
he's in, but his future is not bright.
So 1, 2, 3s, 4s, and 5s all hit.
And we get a cube.
Good cube.
Yeah. Do you take it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was very weak play considering the match score.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Yvonne Gonod says something that I don't understand. How do you congratulate the cat? How do you congratulate the cat in English?
Sorry?
Eve, ask in French. I don't understand you.
How do you congratulate the cat? What?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, wait until we have the translation.
Indeed,
right?
indeed.
Okay.
Don't use Google Translate, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't work. All right.
Okay, so again...
no. Make the 2 point.
Yeah, when you're trailing 2-8, you make the 2 point, right?
And then you regret it.
Right.
He's going to make
So we could now have the shortest game of backgammon that's possible. If
although,
red fans...
at this score, it might be a take. I'm not sure.
This is not a double now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Because I know that 0-0, if you're on the bar after a double 5 blitz and your blood is on the 18, it's a pass.
Yeah.
But
hello.
At this score, I don't know how much you are adjusting.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably the right play at this score. It's close.
Okay, he's talking about Shet,
5,
which is...
and now he's going to have to lift one of them.
Yeah. Eva's talking about Shet, which is a vulgar French word for luck.
Okay.
So, okay. So how do you congratulate luck? You say swear gently at your opponent. So it looks like...
That was the right play.
Yeah, I like that.
So black has got nothing yet, except double 6, obviously.
Double 6 does something. What it does, I'm not entirely sure.
Ooh. Okay,
you
1,
certainly
2,
make the
1,
bar,
2.
and then you think about the next
Yeah.
bit.
So you probably run away and make the bar.
Yeah, I don't really love making the ace point because you're leaving quite a
1,
lot.
2. Right, now you do this, I think.
Yeah, you're leaving just 3s.
So now things like double 4, double 5 don't play quite so well. So now has he got a 3?
No, he has a 5 and a 4.
Now you run away.
Which he cannot. Oh, you can do. You can run to the 15. Into a double shot.
So he can come down with 2, but he's way ahead in the race. So
no.
You can also play 24-20 here, duplicating 3s quite nicely.
Yeah, but you're coming under the gun.
You are, but you've got a 4-point home board, and also in general, you want to be able to connect the 2 rear checkers most of the time. Right? So when you have an anchor, you're in the game forever. When you have a lone rear checker, you are not.
Yeah.
Because it's a liability, not an asset.
Okay. Pierre does have some crushing rolls. We're quite a long way from a cube.
Yeah, a long way from cube due to the race and the 4-point home board by red.
At a more sensitive score for the 4 away, I might be tempted just because of things like double 1, double 2, double 3, double 4 are so crushingly good.
If this was 4 away, 2 away, it's probably double pass even. You know, the most extreme version. Now I like the play. And Pierre, you also have to tune into what your opponent's doing, because he's basically cube shy when he's trailing, right? So
you take advantage of that.
You work out that you weren't going to be hit, right?
Yeah. So there's 13 in the zone. So there are a few very nice numbers here. He wants to keep it small, I think. Though the race, I think he's fairly.
It was 117 for black.
That's one of his worst.
It was a 2-pip race. Okay.
Yeah. All right, nice. 12 ahead or 8 ahead?
It was 12. We're doing 2.
Oh, okay. Double 4 makes
just make a point.
Makes 5 point. It's a nice 4.
So that protects the rear block.
Yeah.
So again, you have to look at all 4 quadrants all of the time to decide what on earth you're trying to be doing.
And Pierre is rolling horrors.
Yep.
6-1. I don't think you have a choice. You just play behind. You can't leave a shot. That board is way too strong.
He's going to run if he can.
He cannot.
He can.
Oh, can, yeah.
24.
All right.
So again, there's only 4, 5, 4, 6. 4, 4 is good.
4-1.
Ooh.
You don't want to
now you really stop and do that. The problem with 4-1 is it exposes 2 blocks.
But you're just getting aces.
Yeah.
So
if you're ahead, you play it safely. If you're a long way behind, you probably hit, but you've got to be quite a long way behind. 26, 24, 50, 71, 95, 100 exactly for black. You've gone for it.
So Stefan is 5 away. So. Yeah. All right, gammon, a double gammon.
He'll roll. Okay.
And he hits.
1.
And that's
3.
And that's going to be too good if Pierre doesn't come in. That's for sure.
I think you come up with a 3.
Yeah, I don't think you need to come in and save the double 4.
Yeah.
Well, double 4 is crushing anyway. He does not have it. He has another 8.
So he's playing on. Okay. He's going to win a lot of gammons if he does hit.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, this is looking
again, it's skewed.
Good.
This is the score. It's probably correct anyway. So 2-6. Any 1 or 9. Double 4 is also good.
Double 3 doesn't work.
Double 2 works pretty well.
Double 2 does work well. Any bad ones? Yeah, double 4s are getting.
Now you're rolling on.
Tricky.
You're rolling on.
Yeah, you cannot. Double. All right, that's a lovely one. It comes out and hits.
So
things are looking weak. It's going to quite likely going to be 10-2.
So black needs 16 crossovers to save the gammon, and obviously he's a long way favourite. This is probably over 50% gammons.
Yeah, with 2 on the bar, with only 6 checkers in the board.
It's 2 on the bar. It's even more. So it's like 65, 70% minimum.
I think it's his best chances. Getting a shot, which is not looking likely.
So now, when you're bearing in, where do you aim for, right? So you tend to aim for the 5 point, right? Right. So this is a nice play, I believe, because now double 6 is a very pretty roll.
Yeah, I think you generally want to have your builders on 6-5-4, get the nice kind of crocodile structure.
So what's wrong here, I think, is 10-6, 11-5, because then double 6 next time leaves a horror structure. Right.
So has he played either of these?
No. Okay. So now the problem with the 6 here is it leaves an odd number on the. I much prefer this.
I like having the spare on the 7 and on the 5 and on the 7. That's nice.
So I don't. So the question is, do you need to rip it? Well, he's ripped it.
I think it's fine. You're risking double 5, double 6.
I mean, given black's board, you have to say that this is.
What's that? 2-1 maybe.
2. I can't see the other dice. 2-4, I think. Anyway, whatever it was, it's been played.
Okay, now double 6s are okay.
5-3. Yeah, this is good. Lovely structure.
Just play calm. You're going to win the gammon anyway if you don't get hit. 5-1.
3 bad numbers.
Pierre is hoping for a nice big double from Stefan.
He'll get hit 136 at the
He
time.
does not get it.
We like this.
Yeah. All right, it's nice, very clean. Pierre brings 1 in, but it's a little bit late. You either want to come in really early or really late in this situation.
This is.
At least,
Yeah.
I think 10-2, 9-2 are fairly similar scores in terms of match equity. So he's not it's not that concerning. Although you never like when your opponent goes into double digits.
So now if he manages to fan, which he doesn't. Oh, double six.
Double six might do something.
1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 crossovers, plays 9. So
he needs
still
he needs a few more of
a couple of sets probably to save the
No, but even like the low sets, double ones, double twos. Play
2
really
crossovers,
nicely.
stick it in.
Yeah.
Minimum wastage.
Yeah, pretty much any doubles will work, but he needs 2 of them.
8 versus 5.
And 2-4 is not enough.
4. No, provided he doesn't
2-1,
roll 2-1, it doesn't get very exciting. Oh,
that's
2-1.
1-2-1.
Oh, thank you, I call that.
4-2. This is looking a little bit weak.
Now 2-1 again. Give the crowd some excitement.
3-1.
Okay.
Oh, he did his best.
He did his best. Yeah, it was good effort.
No.
10-8. 10-2.
Very fair play.
Okay.
All right, 10-2. So I think at the score, Stefan, is backgammon go.
Yeah, absolutely. 680 divided by 17. So red is exactly 90% to win at this score according to the formulae. Yeah.
Okay, so it's an uphill struggle for Pierre.
Yeah.
I think some of it he brought on himself. I think he.
Yeah, I mean his whole approach to the match has not been tuned to the score. He's just playing.
He's been far too cautious with cube. I think at trailing scores, you want to ship that cube early and aggressively.
If you lose, you lose. And you come back and you play another tournament another day. But to try and tiptoe and catch up is just not going to work.
Yeah.
So here we go.
So
this should be shorter than their last matches anyway. Unless something strange. I mean, Stefan's. I think he had a bit of a wobble with one of the games with the wrong structure, but in general he's played pretty well. 6-1.
4-3. The double split. That's interesting. I don't really like it.
Normally this structure 4-3 is correct when your opponent opens with 6-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
he does also have the protection of the 4 points. So I actually quite like the play, particularly when you're leading because you want a high anchor. Yeah.
For sure. Oh, that's unfortunate. He would have loved to come in and make the anchor.
I think he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, I think the hit is maybe a little bit too big here.
Yeah.
So
3-2. That's not so good.
Bit of a whiff.
Yeah. Okay. Now
Pierre would love the same.
Yeah.
He gets 6-1. So the anchor and hitting on the 5.
Yeah.
Sure.
Standard backgammon now.
Yeah. Old school, classic. No nonsense. 6-5.
5.
So probably balances out.
This is an interesting 6. So you separate the checkers here, right, but you pay off to fewer double hits. So, and I'm never sure which is right. As it happens, he's played it brilliantly.
I do generally prefer keeping them connected.
Yeah.
But I have occasionally made errors in my game.
1. So you're going to slot the 5 point, or what else are you going to do? There isn't much else. You're not giving up the bar. You can't move the rear checker.
Yeah, you're not making the 3.
So this is just
you're behind in the race. Just play pure. Keep it simple. If you get hit, doesn't matter that much. And the 6-3 does not play brilliantly.
No. Bye-bye.
It plays very poorly, actually.
So you just come out and come down.
Yeah, you're leaving 4s and 3s.
Well, you can play 13-4.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't even do that. Sorry. So now you're going to do this because at least if he hits with a 4, he's got to give up the bar. 3s are duplicated. So
very slightly duplicated. 5-2. All right, misses with everything.
5-2 is a rubbish roll.
He just comes down and makes the 5. I think.
That's certainly the 2, and I don't play 3. I do this. That's fine.
All right, he has a bit of structure. He just needs someone behind it. Oh, cock double 6. That would have been quite a poor roll, actually.
It would. Double 6 is not a good roll.
5-2 is better, for sure.
Yeah, you just play safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your opponent's got a 4-point prime. Yeah. The next roll might be better.
You got to respect that, I think.
what else are you going to do? You could play 2 down, then you get hit with a 3, and then you're stripped on all the outside points, or most of them. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
play
don't think the returns are worth being put behind the
Yeah.
4 prime.
Yeah, it's fine. At worst, you're going to give a single shot next time, so why give it now?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
All right, 6-5 is an interesting one. You're pretty stripped, so
Really?
there is. I don't.
Whoa,
the race
whoa,
is
is it?
actually
You think
not
it's
the
close?
race. The race is not
Okay.
that bad.
Wow.
All right, the race is worse now. 2-4. Okay, so the 5 prime is looking a
3, 5.
bit more menacing up front, but he needs the shot. 6-4 is.
Well, he's 19 pips behind before the roll. Red was 19 pips up before the roll. So for money, this is a pretty easy double.
10,
the
3
10
away, 11 away.
I might.
I'd probably send it because
Yeah,
it's not volatile.
It's not volatile, and yeah.
But is he thinking about it? Yeah, he's taking a minute. I quite like this. Like, all right, maybe there'll be a joker and a 4 cube comes back, but it's not like you're looking at a 4 cube where gammons can happen, which is scary.
Yeah, good cube.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think I'll take.
Again, you mustn't be frightened of cubing when you're ahead. Right? Okay, so yeah, it's going to come back with any shot. Right? Any shot, it will definitely be a recube.
But he has to get the shot first.
Yeah, precisely. Now, if he rolls double 5,
3-1, that's nice. It makes up 5 points.
Well, you've got to be careful because you don't want to pay for 6-1. Okay.
So, would you rather make the?
I'd make the 3 point or slot both points. You're not interested that much in points. You're interested in safety.
Yeah. All right, we have a 3-4.
Now I don't give up the midpoint yet because you're so far behind. So I slot the 3.
Slot the 3 and 9-6. Yeah, seems fine. You got no one there behind it, so you can afford to play around with the back checkers, build your board.
So now roll 6-1 to prove our theorem.
Obligingly, he does.
He does. There you go. You see, backgammon's a trivial game when you know how to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been a shot. That would have been a hit. Great. Now what? Now, yeah. Don't roll 6-1 again, Stefan. I don't want it proven again.
4-1.
4-1 is a good roll because now he's got a 6-1.
And now it's 6-1 for Pierre, who is forced to dump one down to the ace point.
He could nearly play off the midpoint because red's not going to hit with anything. Right, so something's going to give in a minute.
6-2.
You can keep it one roll.
Yeah,
this is all right because the checkers are still working for a living.
Yeah. 4-5.
So now you've got a choice.
Pay later for sure.
Yeah. You pay later because black's board is going as well, right?
Oh yeah, ideally you pay never.
Yeah, and that would have been a hit with the pay now. So he's already up. So you cannot, you can't kill checkers. So the 6 is down. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Even 3-1 is so ugly, right?
Well, the 6s are not great.
He's cocked double 5. Wow.
It would have been an absolute closer. Now 6-2 is worse.
Yeah, no, that's all right. So at worst, and again, at worst, you're going to give a shot next time.
Yeah.
6. You've got to be careful here because you don't want to go on the next 6.
Yeah.
So I just play 5-3.
I think so. You don't want to bury a checker. You don't want to break your board. You need to be ready for the shot when it comes.
So the big question is, if he does leave a 6 shot, are you going to redouble?
And you have about a 50% chance of doing it, but you are playing it for the match.
6-5. Now we're going to find out.
I don't like cubing in these positions when I'm behind in the race. I generally don't like cubing if I'm not favourite to win.
It's an easy take, anyway.
Oh, for sure. Would you cube here?
Think about it long. I actually do the calculation according to Wolsey's, and he has doubled. Okay.
All right, he needs the 4.
He needs a 6, or we're going for a drink.
Oh, the 5.
3-2.
Oh, it's not over.
Not over till the fat lady sings.
Paliwoda is strangely silent for the time
Yeah.
being. Oh, he doesn't get past.
Duplicates ones.
Does. All right. Hence the
Right.
double. Hence the double
One
one.
required.
Otherwise, the 6 comes a shot too
Right.
late. The race is
I think the
gonna
commentators are going to go for an early bath.
be, and Pierre is going to be ruining some decisions earlier.
Yeah.
Especially Stefan is just going to keep rolling serenely on.
Okay.
For
So what I would
quite an
do
easy
there
break.
is I can remember that position pretty much because it's easy to remember. Then I'll stick it into XG later, and then I'll learn something.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So
Johnny's asking when I'm playing. I'm not going to be playing on the stream because I am out of even the second chance. So I will be commentating a lot and be playing some speed and possibly doubles. I haven't decided.
I'm playing doubles later.
Who are you playing with?
We're playing with Richard Biddle, an old friend.
Ah, Dickie Biddle.
Yeah, Dickie Biddle.
Okay.
So we've played 2 doubles tournaments together in our lives, and we have never lost a match.
It's a good rate.
Yeah. Oh, so we've never lost a tournament. We won both tournaments, right?
We had a double 6 from Pierre.
Richard is a long time friend of mine, and he's great to play with. Great fun. And he runs a Cotswolds tournament in the UK at the end of January every year, which is a fabulous 40 player.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I hear can Pierre actually bring it back? I know he rolled a double 6 earlier.
3 sets and he's in.
4-2 is not looking great.
2,
He
3,
needs
4.
a
He can still do it. He needs a 3-1 or 3-2 to make it interesting.
6-3
6-3
is
yeah, that's bad.
all right.
Yeah.
He gives him a roll. He needs the double.
So he needs a double. Don't roll a 2.
He obliges
roll a
me,
2.
he rolls a 2.
Yeah.
And now
Now
I
it's
think
more difficult.
It's
2 sets required.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, this is the last roll of this match. Yes,
4,
it is.
5,
There you go.
and,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Bravo, Stefan. That was a much quicker game than
The last one. So that took, what time did they start?
They started
at
about
4.
quarter past 4, I think.
Right,
So
okay,
it's
so
a
an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, but now look at how much time they've got left on the clock, and particularly Stefan, I think. He's got about 18 minutes out of his 26 minutes. So he has not made use of the time that was given to him by the organisers of the tournament.
Oh, yeah, and this is not a quick or simple match.
No backgammon match is ever quick or simple unless it's a 1-point match.
Yeah, and even those are rarely
there
simple.
There are complexities within backgammon. As Paul McGreal said, I'll find the quote if I'll do some more commentary, but the reason he went from chess to backgammon was the deep levels of complexity that exist within backgammon. And until you realise just how difficult the game is, then you pay it due, what's the word? Reverence, really, and you learn to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons that we play. Every time you're confronted with something new and difficult, that you've almost certainly never seen, and probably nobody has ever seen.
So I gave up poker after about 1 year of playing it because I just found it mindless, and not mindless, but you have so much downtime where you don't have to think. I'm not interested. Right? And again, for some people, it's fine. Everyone has their game. I play backgammon because I'm relatively good at pattern recognition. I'm very good at arithmetic, right? So it plays to my strengths. And I think most people play sports or games that play to their strengths. Yeah.
That certainly makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you a chess player?
I was. I went from chess to backgammon 30, 40 years ago. I can still, I still read a chess column in the newspaper. That's fine. But and I take an interest in the World Championship. But I know I can never be really good at chess.
Oh,
whereas I've spent many years trying to be really good at backgammon.
That's one of the things that I find interesting to be anywhere even approaching competent at chess. It takes a huge amount of study, and with backgammon, it takes a lot of hard work. But within a couple of years, you can get to a level where you're at least competitive.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, it used to take 10 years to become good at backgammon because we didn't have good books and we didn't have computers, and a lot of people didn't know what they were doing. Now you can become a very, very strong player in 2 years if you want to put the effort in and you've got the right sort of mind.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a few young players in our club coming up. One guy in particular, for some reason, he's in the intermediary bracket, but he plays better than I do. He plays around a 5. He's only been playing for maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Some people are naturally very talented at it.
So Oliver Squire is
amazing player.
So Oliver is dropped out of university to play backgammon, and he's doing some work for Mike Carlson on BG Galaxy.
He's the one that wins all of the super jackpots.
Yeah, he's he's very, very good, and because he's young, he remembers everything, and I forget stuff. Oh, I've forgotten some of this stuff by tomorrow.
His father plays as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, his father has helped him a lot, and he's blossomed as a person this year. And he's got some backers, so he doesn't really have to worry about the financial issues.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and he's now ranked number 1 in the UK.
That is
which he's
quite
just
impressive.
achieved. So he might be 21, 22. Yeah. And Reece Hodges is another one in the UK, and those two are the best 2 young players.
And what was Oliver? Is he what, G1, G0?
I don't. I'm not sure has he done enough BMABs? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably has done by now.
Okay. Do you do many BMABs in the UK?
No, I did BMAB a couple of times, and it's great if you want your rating. It's really bad if you don't like dull weekends away. And I could do it again. I know I can play backgammon. I don't need the rating as such. I mean, I've been UK number 1 for quite a few years. Now I'm down at I'm down at number 3, and I'm too old to get back. But I love teaching, right? Because it's a great game to teach, right? Because there's so much you can teach.
For sure, and because you're learning at the same time.
Yeah, and during COVID, my PR dropped by 0.5 and 0.75 just because I was doing so much teaching. I was learning so much from the lessons that I was giving. So it's good fun.
Okay.
Right. What happens now?
I think
nearly time for dinner.
I think so. I don't know if there's another. What time is it now?
It's now 26.
I think there might be another round. I'll talk to Ard to see what's happening.
Okay.
I'll keep you in the loop if you'd like to do some more commentating.
Yeah, okay.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
to the audience for listening to a strange Englishman on a French channel.
Not that strange.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, guys, we will be back shortly after. Obviously, the stream will continue. There'll be another match. I'll keep you up to date on who's playing when. Anyway, have a nice. We're gonna have a little tea break, being English.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
John.
See you later.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Oh, don't forget your microphone.
Oh, good thinking. I could have walked out of that and been broadcasting from the seafront.
Oh, we'd all enjoy that.
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 bottles of water, and I came in. I only had 1.
All right. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated.